I'll be completely honest, I'm lost. So today I am going opal mining by myself. You know, jackhammer, pickaxe, the real deal. And I'm taking you with me. I'm gonna film everything. Enjoy. There's nothing really that fancy about getting into an opal mine. It's just a big ladder and a dark hole, and the ladder swings a bit too. But if you can look past that, then you're on your way. So a little bit of education. You can see all the way down here, the mine is sturdy, it's got props in it, you know, it's up, but this big pile here, you can see where the roof has caved in. So that's an old mine collapse. Yes, I've been working next to it, but I know that this ground there's like a layer, it's like a shell of silicrete, which is just impenetrable. So imagine like an eggshell is rock solid. Imagine the yolk on the inside is collapsed, but the shell is still solid, so there's nothing left to collapse in that spot. But all around here, obviously, it's possible. I mean, anywhere in a cave is possible to cave in, but we've been at this spot for a while. The trace doesn't seem to be turning into colour, so I'm going to move on and have a look somewhere else. So I've walked for some time into the mine, just having a look around the walls, you know, seeing if I can see anything that jumps out at me, and I can see there's been some activity here. So instinctively, you take a look, and you can see there we've got some trace. So I'm going to chase that and see what happens, you know. See if any knobbies pop out or some colour of some kind. Okay, right, we're finding a bit of trace, and it's a long old seam that runs across here. So all I need to do is chase it and hope it turns to colour. I'll show you. So we're finding some trace. I've got a seam that runs all the way across. It's about 1 foot in length. I just need to chase it and hope that grey turns to some colour. Nothing but potch at the moment. Nonetheless, this red dirt, if you can see it, is a good sign. And considering there's a whole drive running through here, I imagine they found some colour, otherwise they wouldn't bother. It's quite spooky though. truth be told, I'm lost. Lost in the opal mines. I've been walking in circles for about 15 minutes. At least what I think is circles, but as you can see, everything just looks the same. So we press forward, you know. Eventually I'll come out at a place I might recognise. You might think I'm looking in the same place. I'm not. That's a completely different route. So, you know, we'll find it we'll find it eventually. What's the worst that could happen? Starving to death? That could be bad. A snake? That could be even worse. Look how crazy that is, the level drops. It's like a downward path to hell. And I will be going there. Down the mine, that is. I'm not going to hell, I hope not. Oh my god, it keeps going. I must be like 60 feet on the ground or something nuts. Oh, and it just stops. I'm about 30 minutes into my expedition trying to find my way out of this cave with no luck. And as I said, if my legs keep moving, eventually, that's a big old cave in. Eventually I'll find my way out if my legs keep going. And that pillar is the only thing holding that ceiling up. So I'm gonna swiftly get on out. Bit of perseverance, you know? Nothing like getting trapped in an opal mine. I'm not really trapped, you know? I'm not a hostage or anything, but, you know? It's not easy when it's not yours. Can't bloody find anything. Right. I might still be lost, but I got distracted. You know, there's been a lot of work here, so there's got to be an opal that's been left behind, right? So I'm going to tackle this for a bit before I try and find my way out. Call me crazy, I dare you. Come on, Opal, show yourself. I want to find one. Got to be here somewhere. For all I know, there could be like $1 million sat just behind that. Well, thinking about it. Okay, well there wasn't, but you know, worth a shot. It's into my expedition to try and find my way out. I'm just hungry, like, just need a snack and then I'm back down. But I feel like I've walked every which way at least twice. But hey, well, as I said, if my legs keep moving, eventually you'll find it. You know? Oh, I recognise that. We've got a digger. We're getting somewhere. Here we go. That's what I mean, perseverance, you know? Why am I looking at the wall? I'm hungry. Just get me some food and then you can come back down, you wally. You blithering idiot. I see a bit of daylight. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Now before I climb on up, I have to say it is incredibly hot down here. And my camera stopped working. I think some dust got into the lens and now it can't recognise the lens. So I've swapped to the iPhone. But I'm climbing out. I'm going to get some food and I'll be back down. Oh, I've come up for some liquid and a bit of grub. I haven't actually made lunch, so I'm going to have to survive off nuts and dried fruit and things. And I'm looking incredibly scruffy. I haven't had a haircut in probably close to a month now. The beard is trimmed. But hey, that's not the whole package. I'll be heading back down soon. Just need to recharge a bit, have a bit of coffee and whatnot. And I'm determined to find a knobby. I don't think I can fix my camera though. Big old flood down here. Now there isn't really a trick when it comes to opal mining, it's just about moving as much dirt as you can, washing it and hoping some colour comes out. Obviously you can help yourself by reading the ground and finding some faults and things, and I'll hopefully be able to show you some examples of that. But here I've got, looks like the ground has slipped a bit, and if it's slipped before, if it's slipped now, it's probably slipped before, so I'm just gonna go for it. And another benefit is my pickaxe goes through it like butter. So as I said, the more ground you can move, the better, and I will be hunting this now. Wish me luck. Plus I can take a bit of a seat, you know. Oh, although that means everything's flying in my face. It's quite hard to film this stuff, you know. But you'll have to make do with what I can capture, I'm afraid. See, I could just fake it. You know, I could just, you know, just plant something somewhere and not film it and then go, look what I found. Maybe I should put a cut and polished one, just to mess with your head a bit. Because Lord knows I'm going a bit loopy. Back to it. Bit went in my eye. The dangers of mining. Don't forget to stay hydrated, folks. Australian natural spring water. Why did I tell you that? God, it's hot down here. You'd think it'd be cold, but it's very hot. Check this out. It's all caved in. Huge cave in. Mental, hey. I'm going to try that wall next. Try my luck there. There's Opal. Okay, bad news, it crumbled. But in the good news, there's a bit of purple above it, wherever that went. So I'll have to, where did that go? Anyway, the quest continues. Just to prove it's not a clickbait title, I did find Opal. Let me get the brightness in action. Wait it up a bit. Way too much saliva there. We have Opal. Very thin seam. Slight purple hue. But we'll take it. That is a victory. You see, it wasn't a clickbait title. I did in fact find Opal. It's a thin seam, but it's Opal nonetheless, so you can't hate me for that. Probably have to leave a like for that one. But let's see where the seam goes. I'm losing my words. Let's see where the seam goes. There we go. There's more. More purple. You can see that. That's a win. I'll take it. I win. Whoa! Slipped. Someone mark this day. Will McMillan found opal in the wall. That's for you haters out there. I did it. I've been at this for near enough 4 hours, and the best I've managed to find is some purple trace in the wall. And it's eye-opening how lucky we are that this industry started. To think that the old timers would dig by hand down to the opal level, which was 60, 80 feet, 100 feet, whatever, however deep the opal level was, they dig by hand to get down there. And by candlelight, they would light the way and just keep swinging, keep swinging, keep swinging. And they found opal, and that's how the industry started. And it's beggars belief how they had that sort of perseverance. Other than the fact that when you find a gem, it's an unbelievable feeling. But we're lucky that, you know, we have diggers and blowers now and all this sort of gadgetry and technology to really mean you can start shifting a huge amount of dirt. Because I've been swinging a pickaxe for 4 hours. My hands are covered in blisters, and all I found was purple trace. If you handed me a pickaxe and said dig down to 80 feet by hand, if I got to 80 feet and didn't find an opal, I'd probably think you were lying to me, you know? It's kind of crazy. And it's no wonder that opal is so expensive, you know? You can dig and dig and dig, and you either find opal or you just go broke. That's the reality. And next time you think, oh, that opal's expensive, just remember how hard it is to find and how rare it is. It's rarer than diamonds, mind you. So just think about that next time, you know? Next time you're about to buy a gemstone, think about opal. Because long after you're gone and buried, it'll still look the same and still capture the heart of whoever stares at it. And just think about where it came from. It's crazy. It's absolutely wild.